Good morning, Vienna! Welcome everyone to AWE Europe 2023. Today, you can, that's fine. Today we are uniting the entire XR industry from all across Europe, a total of 58 countries at the heart of Europe, right here, to celebrate and accelerate our industry. And this is very exciting for me. You know, for many years, I was dreaming of bringing AWE here to Vienna. Not just because it's such a beautiful city and has the most vibrant XR community. XR Vienna, where are you guys? We are there for you. And it's not just the vibrant community, but it's also because this is where it all started. This is the birthplace of mobile AR, and where I made my first baby steps in this industry. In 2008, on a hill not far from here in Salzburg, Philip Broos introduced the first ever AR browser, Wikitude. He pointed his phone to a castle 3 miles away, and it pulled information from Wikipedia. It was like magic, or as he would say, der Zauber, right? That's how you say it? And then a few months later, a small team right here in Vienna called Magitech started developing the first AR SDK, the first AR platform for the iPhone. I had a chance to work with them to develop the first ever AR campaign on the iPhone. And it had, isn't it, where are we? Let's see. Video is not working? Anyway, you could actually move the card, and the iPhone would move inside the other iPhone. It was like magic, der Zauber. And then we also started developing the first AR game on the iPhone to help kids learn how to spell with real cards. And as you move the phone, the little cute panda would move with the card. It was like magic. And a few months later, a major corporation acquired that platform, and that platform went on to become one of the leading platforms for AR. It was called Vuforia, of course. And the corporation that acquired it launched this product at the first AWE in 2010. And ever since, they've been a fantastic sponsor of AWE. So thank you, Qualcomm. And one of the key players behind that platform is speaking on this stage here today. His name is Daniel Wagner, a key AR mobile pioneer. Give it up for Daniel. Can't wait to hear your talk. So, you know, this is where it all started. But how far has the XR industry come since then? And what's the state of the union of the industry in 2023? Let's dig in. So, you know, a few months later at AWE USA, the event opened with my hologram in a big box reading a script written entirely by ChatGPT. It was kind of a cool way to show the impact that AI had on the world over the past year. Then, of course, my real self came on stage to have a fun conversation with my AI twin, and also, you know, to make fun of myself, of my twin. And by the way, do you know how to tell the difference between my hologram and my real self? I'm always wearing the AWE jacket, so just so you know. All right, the rise of AI has caused some people in the media to question the viability of the XR industry. In the past year, we've heard a lot that the metaverse is dead, that no one wants VR, that AR glasses will never happen, and big tech is shifting its attention away from XR to the new shiny object, AI. Well, we, the people in the industry, know that's not exactly true, right? In recent months, the mood in the press is starting to change. Just last week, TechCrunch wrote this, that 2023 will most certainly be a pivotal year for AR and VR. So what's driving this shift? Here are some of the facts. In 2023, the XR industry is a $38 billion industry. That's no small change. And it's been steadily growing over the past 10 years. This chart is not a prediction of the next 10 years. This is the past 10 years, since 2014. And it shows an average growth of 30% year over year, which makes it the fastest growing sector in tech, well, except for AI. And over 1 billion users are now using AR and VR. Hundreds of millions are using it every day for fun and games, for shopping, productivity, training, design, work. And now there's over 606 million monthly active users in the metaverse. That's 10% growth from just the past quarter. And it's across 170 virtual worlds. This was just reported this week, or last week, by one of the most trusted analysts in virtual worlds since 2006. So the metaverse is not so dead after all. And Europe, know this, the European market, XR market, is as big as the American market. Whoever thought Europe is behind is missing out. And by the way, it's driven by both consumer and enterprise segments. We see a lot of adoption in industrial AR. And just check out this incredible list of enterprises here at AWE Europe, sharing their experiences and learning from their peers. When it comes to enterprises, it's hard to find one that isn't looking into XR. And we see some of the most recognized brands in the world that rely on XR. So yeah, XR is everywhere. But why are some people still so skeptical? It started here, so many years ago. So why is it taking so long, so many AWEs for XR to fully conquer the mainstream? Well, some people say XR is hard. Heck, I say that all the time. It was in my first pitch to investors back in 2009. And it's been hard for 50 years. But look at how far we've come. Some people say XR hardware is hard. It's based on optics, so it cannot grow as fast as Moore's law. We get it. We have a long road ahead. But innovation in XR hardware is moving at breaking speed. Here are some of the new headsets that were released just in the past year. A wide range of good options, better, smaller. And of course, we all heard about the Apple Vision Pro, probably the biggest XR news of the year. It's not out yet, but it's already injecting so much positive energy into the industry. Not to be outdone, the Google-Samsung trio is cooking a comeback of their powerful Android partnership with new XR headsets. That should be big, too. And the market leader is pushing forward. Meta launched a better, faster Meta Quest 3. Did anyone get it yet? All right, I see some hands. And its number one improvement is better video pass-through, which makes this year the year of AR on VR hardware, right? And by the way, this is just in time for the holiday. After all, no one wants the ChatGPT under their Christmas tree, but many will want this. And IDC predicts that although VR headset sales will be a bit lower this year, Next year, we're expecting 46% growth. So he has a lot to smile about. And you know what? When I look at the smile, in combination with the 3 sensors on the headset, it just reminded me of something, and I couldn't put my finger on it until I saw this graffiti. Oh, I see some Keith Haring fans here. But you know, some say XR user experience is hard. Well, I do not agree. There are so many great user experiences in XR. Just check out these 2 fantastic examples. It's so intuitive, so natural. You can't stop playing with it. Everything should look and feel like that. And you know, people say that XR will never really work for tête-à-tête communications, you know, face-to-face, for those Americans here in the audience. Because, you know, your face is literally blocked by the headset. But this was also debunked just a couple of weeks ago with a very impressive demo at Meta Connect, showing a face-to-face communication from within the headset. The faces are reconstructed, and the face gestures are tracked in real time with the sensors. And it doesn't look too creepy, right? No, maybe just a tiny bit. You know, they say changing culture with XR is hard. Putting things over our head can be weird. Well, that is true. Google Glass was great technology, but from a cultural perspective, was a really tough sell. And yet, the industry has been learning and improving. So 10 years later, the new Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses were released, you know, last week, with a light that flashes whenever you're recording. Even if you try to block it, it will stop recording. So it's definitely learning. And Luxottica, which makes Ray-Ban, is here with us this week. Are you here, Luxottica? Not yet? All right, we'll see you in the next few days, but we want to thank you for bringing style into XR. And by the way, what's the #1 use case for these glasses? Anyone? Of course, learning how to make braids. If you haven't seen that, look it up. So, you know, some people say that XR use cases are hard to find. Well, that is complete nonsense. When the grandfather of VR, Tom Furness, who developed VR in the 60s and 70s, first exposed his work in 1986 on major TV stations, everybody started calling. A surgeon was asking for overlay of CT scans on his patients. A firefighter was looking for a way to navigate buildings filled with smoke. A mother was looking for treatment for a kid with paralysis. Factories, teachers, engineers, they knew exactly what the use cases are. And 40 years later, across AW events in the US, Europe, and Asia, we've seen thousands of XR use cases on display. The XR community, you guys, got really good at making strong ROI cases in practically every vertical. Here at AWE EU this week, we have 125 exhibitors showing some mind-blowing use cases, and you'll see them next 2 days. They say XR funding is hard, and investments have dried up. Well, we all know the overall economy has slowed down. Investors across the board are more cautious. But the fundamentals remain. Good XR startups that show value do get funded. See how many startups are here at AW Europe this week. Where are you guys, startups? Make some noise. And investments in XR startups are only accelerating. And you know, to close the loop where we started, many people think that it's hard for XR to compete with AI. Well, AI is actually a good thing for XR. We've seen tons of proof of that recently. AI accelerates XR. And here are two examples where generative AI helps to instantly create content in both VR just by sketching and AR just by saying what kind of outfit you want to have. Really cool demos. And in fact, if you think about it, XR is the interface for AI. XR gives face to AI. Just like in my opening, my hologram was the interface for AI. So AI and XR are very closely tied to each other and are great for each other. So skeptics, XR may seem hard, but it's everywhere. And according to the banks, the economic opportunity is in the trillions. Of course, we all know we have some way to go, and it will require a lot of passion, perseverance, and patience, which is exactly what defines the AWE community and the people in this room. We are a passionate community of creators, developers, engineers, entrepreneurs. XR is our calling, and will overcome any obstacles in our way to make it happen. So this week, we are united at the heart of Europe to celebrate the achievements of the XR industry. So join me at the event wrap-up tomorrow afternoon, where we'll recognize the best of AWE Europe 2023. And I want to remind you that all AWE events are carbon neutral, and in this case, eco-label certified in Austria. So Pixel Agency created this really cool Instagram AR filter. Go ahead, scan the code, and you can find awe in a sustainable way anywhere you go. This is really super cool. You should try it. And here are some more fun XR activities by Avaturn. If you go to this URL, you can create your own AWE avatar and then scan your friends' badges to collect their avatars so that you can all get this cool avatar group photo. And there will be winners. That looks like Lex Luthor, doesn't it? Fun fact, Avaturn added a special hairstyle in their system just for me. How about that? True story. I want to thank the volunteers that run on-night meetups in now over 37 cities around the world. On-nights are truly everywhere. Give it up for the volunteers. And I want to welcome and thank the enterprises that are here participating in the special program that we have this week for enterprise stakeholders, where these experts will help them identify strategies for XR adoption, a very curated program, and we hope to keep growing this program in future events. If you're an enterprise that is not yet in this program, please reach out to us. Huge thanks to our 200 speakers. If you see yourself, please stand up quickly. They were carefully curated in 11 tracks to fill the agenda with so much XR goodness. Give it up. Come on. I also want to thank our partners that help support the event and spread the word, especially XR Vienna. Give it up to XR Vienna. And above all, thanks to our fantastic sponsors, our titanium sponsors from Hong Kong, and gold sponsors Meta, Niantic, 8th Wall, and HTC, as well as our silver and bronze sponsors. Give it up to all these sponsors. Finally, give it up to the awesome team that made this event happen. Can't ask for a better team. Really the best in the world. So before I let you go, I have a prediction. I predict that in the next 2 days, each and every one of you will make new connections that will prove vital to your job. You'll learn new things that will shape your thinking. You'll try new demos that will surprise and delight you. And you'll enjoy a fun and empathic environment. You know what? This is not my prediction. This is my guarantee. My personal guarantee to each and every one of you. And if this doesn't come true, I want to hear from you at the end of the event, all right? So thank you all for joining us in Vienna, the birthplace of mobile AR. Now let's find together some awe, or der Zauber. Thank you.